everyone, this is Sodhi from CAAN Wings Consultants Private Limited. Hope all of you are doing well. This video will be covering the recent invitations to apply for nominations, which are also termed as pre-invites, that we received for applicants from the state of NSW this week. So a lot of applicants have been asking us to share the occupations for which the nomination invitations were received, along with the points those applicants have. So let me tell you that about 3-4 days back, we received 34 invitations to apply for nominations from the state of NSW for a 491 visa in just one day. I do understand there is a huge number, getting 34 invites in one day itself. So let me break down what these occupations were and what were the points associated with it. So we got invitations for marketing specialists whose points were ranging from 75 points to 90 points. So there were clients with 85 points, there were clients with 75 points and up to 90 points. Then we had software engineer. Now interestingly, software engineer is an occupation where the applicant cannot directly put up an RDA application anymore. However, the NSW did send a 491 invitation and software engineers were picked up at 90 points. Customer service managers were picked up at 90. Financial investment advisors were picked up at points ranging from 70 to 85. Agriculture draft person was picked up at 85. Lots of production managers were picked up. In fact, the highest number of invites were for production managers, manufacturing, and they were picked up at the highest points that went up to 80 and the lowest points being at 65. In fact, majority of the invitations for applicants who had the scores at 65 and 70. And then we had an interior designer at 80 points, ICT support engineer at 80 points, chef at 80 points, copywriter at 80 points, finance brokers at 65 points, quality assurance manager at 65 points, cook at 70 points, school principal at 70 points, and insurance broker at 70 points. Now, I just want to highlight here that I had shared in my previous video as well that while at this point of time, only those applicants whose occupation is listed on the stream B, pathway 1 and stream B of NSW can apply for a direct 491 nomination application. Now look at some ICT occupations whose occupations is currently not listed on the list that allows applicants to directly lodge the application with NSW. However, we did know that NSW reserves the right to send a 190 invitation to applicants even though the occupation may not be there on stream B. We did not know that they could even send invitations to applicants whose occupations have been removed from stream B. So as you might be aware that when NSW removed the criteria in terms of minimum score that was reset at 65 and they removed the additional work experience and other criteria, they also removed certain occupations. However, in the recent invitation round that we had, where we got invites for nominations for applicants, many applicants whose occupations have been removed from the NSW direct application RDA occupation list were also sent an invitation. So let me put it this way, that if their occupation was listed on the list, they would have had to make a direct application and pay $800. With having received an invitation, now they are eligible to make an application, but the fee will change from $800 to $300. Yeah, while it's an advantage, you're not too sure whether you could be picked up for a nomination invitation or not. So this is it. I will keep my video very focused on the occupations that have received. Now, with this, I'd also like to tell you that you will see that a lot of applicants were picked up at 90 points. However, if you go with the example of a production manager, the first invitation we received for a production manager was at 80 points. That time we thought probably they're only picking up those with high points. But few minutes later, we started getting invitations for applicants with 70 points, 65 points. That basically means that at this point of time, the states are more focused on giving out as many nominations as possible, and they're not really concerned with how high your point score is. Irrespective of your point score, you have chances just as good as somebody with a high score to be getting an invitation from NSW. So I would strongly recommend that if your occupation is available, go ahead and make an application, because now they are almost running out on their quota, but that does not mean that the nominations are not available. In fact, they could be sending out invites as well. And if you're somebody whose occupation has been removed from their list, still you could put up an EUI. You never know that you could be getting an invitation to apply for a nomination from NSW anytime. So that'll be it for now. Until next time, bye-bye and take care.